it's time for our first ingredient. This bottle of clear liquid right over here. And it's not just regular water, I promise. This is actually moon water. What's that, you ask? Well, it's water that I've charged under a new moon and bottled up to use in times like these. New moons are all about fresh starts and transformations, which is the perfect energy to harness for a potion like this, in my opinion. Let me just add a little bit. I like to eyeball things over here. I'm not really big into exact measurements, which has never been a problem for me. Well, except for maybe 1 or 2 times, but I promise that was years and years ago, and I've improved since then tremendously. I'm 98% sure you'll drink this and you'll be just fine. Now, it's time for the next ingredient, a mysterious blue liquid. This is a different type of water that's hard to come by nowadays. It's harvested like sap from the midnight tree. Oh, do you know what the midnight tree is? Well, I'll tell you. It's a similar species to the willow tree, except it blooms iridescent flowers once every season. And that's when you can extract the sap. It pairs best with ocean water or this new moon water that I've got right here. Alright, now let me just uncap this right here, and we'll add a splash or two. Great. By the way, how are you doing over there? I just want to check in. You can rest your shoulders and relax. You're safe here, I promise. While you continue getting cozy, I'm just going to stir this up. How does that sound? Fabulous. Oh, I almost forgot about the activation spray. That would not have been good. It's just an extra bit I like to add to really boost the effects of the elixir. I'll just need a few spritzes. There we go. Isn't this crystal vessel so cute? I think so too. Now, it's time for my favorite part. This pink powder right here. See, this is the extract of joy. To make this, I whispered a bunch of happy thoughts into a glass of water. It goes through a reverse osmosis of sorts, and then I'm left with this substance right here. also smells lovely, don't you think? I love the scent of rose. It reminds me of a sunny spring day when the world finally starts to warm up and open up, and I could just lay in a bed of flowers like these forever. That looks pretty good to me. What do you think? Excellent. Alright. Well, I'll just go ahead and dump this right in here then. And now I'll start to incorporate. I think this recipe calls for another kind of floral sugar too. This time we'll be making it with these lavender buds. I didn't grow these ones myself. I just don't have the room for another plant, you understand. But I did locally source this lavender from a good friend of mine, so rest assured that it is high quality stuff. Lavender has soothing and relaxing properties, so I've learned, and I think it'll be a great addition to what we've got already brewing over here. even if it's just for this moment that we share together. Sensing we might need a little more extract of joy. Do you agree? I'll shake some more in here for you then. There we go. Oh, it's almost out. I'll have to make some more soon. Oh, listen to how well it's working. I have a feeling, a very special feeling, that this batch in particular is going to be especially potent. What is next? Oh, I know, this bottle right here, the love syrup. I keep it in quite the fitting container, don't you think? Now, I don't always add this to my happiness elixir, but I have a feeling you and I alike could use it. And there's never any harm in adding some extra love into a situation, right? I don't think so either. I'll probably do about a tablespoon. That should do the trick. There we go, into the pot. And if you ever need any more of this, you're always welcome to stop by. I'd give you the recipe, but it is a family secret, so I'm not allowed to share the details. A little bit more stirring. Stir after every ingredient. I want to make sure everything is perfectly incorporated for you. Okay, I think it might be time to add these over here in this little ceramic dish. Now these right here are called happy seeds. Aren't they just so cute? You could plant these in the ground and grow a happy tree yourself, and of course this would bear happy fruit, which you could eat or cook with, but you can also use the seeds for potions like this. They'll dissolve in the water and heighten our body's receptiveness to joy. And we really want to be present for all the good things in our lives, no matter how few and far between they might be seeming right now. Perfect. I'll save these for later. I plan to make plenty of potions today, so these will come in handy. someone sees a shooting star in the night sky and wishes on it, a few sprinkles of stardust fall to the earth as a sort of confirmation from the universe that they hear and support you. Whenever I go outside, I always keep an eye out for some lingering stardust to collect and alchemize that energy. Each instance of someone blowing on a dandelion or wishing on its star, it shows us that hope is still alive, no matter the circumstances. And I believe that hope is one of the most powerful tools to use when you're feeling sad or lost or confused, which is why I saved it for a very last and most important ingredient. So, just in case you aren't able to have your own hope at the moment, you can lean on somebody else's for the time being. And one day, when you're ready, you can make a wish in the dark of the night to share with another too. I think I'm going to have to add just a splash more of moon water to this mixture. I want to make sure that there's enough for you to take home, you know. Alright. Perfect. That should be enough. I'll mix that in now. And you know what? Let's just add in some more extract of joy, just for good measure. That's never a bad idea, in my opinion. Now, if it would just come out of the bottle, hello. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I'll just let that do its thing before I get to mixing again. It just looks so mystical, doesn't it? scoop